What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Primetime Podcast. I'm Primetime, and you're watching this here on Primetime 21st Gaming. I'm here with MIA Dolphins 32. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Not a whole lot going on. We're just going to talk about Xbox for the whole podcast. This podcast probably isn't going to be any more than an hour. If not an hour, then maybe just a tad over. We don't, I mean, we were going to talk about E3, but I wasn't really excited about a whole lot from E3. I mean, a lot of people say, I've seen where Xbox or Microsoft won. They claim that Microsoft won E3. Then they claim Nintendo won E3. And then I seen where people think that Sony just completely sucked. But it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I think Xbox had the more exciting one because they announced a new console. But are you gonna get the new one in time? You don't think so in time?
I'll have to see it. I'm gonna have to see how good it is. If it's really that much better. Like we've said, I was actually just telling Ashley, right before she left, that if I could, I would go back into time, and I would have got the PlayStation before I would have got the Xbox One.
Me too.
And I'm not going to be in a big rush to get it, no.
And this is just a Xbox One. That's all it is.
Just enhanced.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're going to start things off with the...
Well, before we start, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody from the last podcast for all the people that gave me all the condolences. I am very, very thankful for that. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what was cool. Like, the last podcast was the most viewed one that I think we've ever had. So there was a lot of people. I know when I was doing it, I didn't have time to... What the heck is that? Oh my god. Anyway, I didn't have time to read everybody's, but there was a lot of things in there from you. I mean, I shouted them out for basically saying that they were all basically saying the same thing, just shouting out to you, but throughout the whole podcast. But
yeah, because I sit and watch the whole podcast, and it made me feel really good that not all these guys watch my channel. I mean, they're more of your followers and stuff, and it's awesome that they did that, and
they know of you because we play a lot. I mean,
all the time.
Yeah, I mean, heck, we were on a freaking Rocket League thing forever. That went on and on and on, and then we went over to Friday the 13th for a little bit with Timinator.
I need to play that some more,
dude. People are still. I know if he hears this, he's gonna laugh, but people still send me things on Twitter laughing about how terrible of a Jason Timinator was. He didn't kill one. I've never drove the car out in a game until Timinator was Jason.
Thanks, Timinator.
Timinator. All right, so we're gonna get started. Here we go.
Live. It's good to play together.
The original Xbox, which should be titled the Xbox One, but it's titled the original Xbox. So, the original Xbox released November 15th, 2001 in the United States. Reached over 24 million units sold as of May 10th, 2006, and obviously competed with the PlayStation 2, somewhat of the Sega Dreamcast. It was kind of on its last leg. And Nintendo's GameCube. Now, I know you've said on multiple occasions that this is probably your all-time favorite console, right?
Yeah. It was. I would have to say. I still have one. I even have a modded one.
That's cool, man. That modded one is sick.
Mm-hmm. It is pretty cool. But yeah, it is my favorite. Maybe because that's the one that I have the most memories with, maybe.
Right.
But those first two Halos, man, they were great. I liked those two, but then after that, to me, it fell downhill. I know that I'll probably get a lot of hate on that, but the first two, the second one was amazing. I loved Halo 2. Is by far one of my favorite games.
Everyone says Halo 2 blew the first one away.
It did, man. It was amazing.
They say it's the best game for the console, is what I've read. And I've played a little bit of it here and there. Oh my god.
Through the curtain.
I'm not trying to interrupt.
Yes, you are.
I'm just listening.
Okay. Anyway. So anyways, the Xbox name came from DirectXbox, a reference to Microsoft's graphics API, DirectX. So that's kind of where it came from. Also, Xbox Live Service launched November 2002, and for some reason, I mean, I got the original Xbox and I got it late. Like, I did not. I got it probably in 2004. I didn't get it anywhere near when it first came out, because I was very happy with my PlayStation 2. And I don't know if they did a whole lot of advertising. I'm sure they did, but I cannot remember Xbox commercials, like a ton of them for the original Xbox.
I can't remember it either. That's just like I'm. As you were saying that, I was sitting here trying to think of when I got it.
Yeah.
And I think probably 2002. Because I don't think I got it when it first came out, because I can remember. Here's another all-time favorite for the Xbox console. My uncle had it in Georgia, and that was the first time I ever played the Xbox, and like he's the one that kind of got us hooked. We played Dead or Alive.
Oh, okay.
Fighting game.
Yep.
It was awesome for the original Xbox. Amazing.
That's another big favorite for people.
And it was one of my favorite. And he's the one that got us hooked, and that was like when it first came out. And maybe that Christmas is when I got it. So maybe Christmas. Well, I don't know. When did you say it came out again?
2001.
Do you know what month though?
November 15th.
So then I probably got it in December of 2002.
Okay.
I would say I got it for Christmas.
Yeah, because like I said, the Xbox Live service launched in November 2002. Obviously allows players to play games online with or without a broadband connection. And me and you have talked about this off of the podcast. It first competed with Dreamcast online service, but later primarily competed with PlayStation 2's online service.
Mm-hmm.
But Xbox Live costed money for the subscription, so it really wasn't even competition at that point. I mean, obviously, I don't even remember PlayStation 2 having online services, but it did.
I was gonna say it had the Ethernet
Yep.
connection for it.
See, I just never thought it worked. I don't know. I don't think there were a lot of games. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing, but I don't know. But I mean, here it's kind of here's. I mean, they still kind of do this kind of stuff. But if you bought, like, here's the box. If you bought it and you look down in the bottom corner, it's probably backwards for you, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 months free.
2 months
Xbox
free.
Live.
Xbox Live service. I never had Xbox Live until the 360 came out.
Really?
Yeah, I never had it for the original.
I had it for the original for like 3 months, and then I got the 360, which was really weird. But yeah, we got it. I played Halo 2. It was probably more than 2 months. I take that back. It was probably 4 or 5 months that I had Xbox Live on it, and then the 360 came out, and we switched over to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you have a favorite original Xbox game? I think you pretty much covered it with Halo 2. Or
Yeah, Halo. I would say Halo out of all the games original Xbox. I'm trying to think if there is anything off the top of my head that I liked more, but I think I played Halo 2 the most. That and then the sports games, of course. You know, you had the 2Ks were pretty good.
Dude, I love those.
My favorite one was with Tio on the cover.
That was let me see. I think I do have that somewhere.
I have that too.
ESPN 2K5.
Yes.
Dude.
Now see here's the. I have my favorite games. I don't know if it's okay with you.
Oh heck
Here,
yeah!
I have my favorite games for the original Xbox right here.
Awesome.
Arena football.
Oh.
They had arena football for it.
Okay.
I played it a lot. Here's one of my favorites too. I'm glad that I looked down here. NFL Blitz.
Oh, dude, those games.
Well, Blitz the League, actually. Blitz the League this one was pretty good.
See, I played that. I never had that game, but they had it at a game store set up, like a family-owned game store, like where if you got so many points or something, you got like a discount, and they had that set up. And dude, the NFL Blitz games were so much fun. I was just playing for the 64 about a month ago, the original one, but those games were fun.
Oh, and right here, man, here's another one. NFL Street 2.
Nice.
I played the crap out of it. Exhibit, but the best one here. I'm glad I did look at this because this is actually one of my favorite. It doesn't beat Halo 2, but it is one of my favorite. Need for Speed Underground 2.
Underground 2.
Even the first one. Both of these were I'm going to say it. They are the best games ever that Need for Speed made.
Wow.
Like they were. None of the new ones. You know, I don't like any of the new ones really. So yeah, I think those two, the Undergrounds, were the best.
Well, I'm a little too lazy to go up there and get my favorite game. So I'll just tell you, I really liked Doom 3 for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Doom 3 was really fun. I know much later they put it out for the Xbox 360 in a collection. But Xbox memories, to wrap this up, to move on. I'm going to have to say, I think a big thing that video game consoles lack today are epic start screens. Like when you turn the original Xbox on and it looks like green goo or something, and it's, you know, and then it forms into that X, you know.
It's one of the best.
I'm like, dude, that is so cool. And then of course the original PlayStation, nothing gets past that sound. But I don't know, I really remember that. I remember thinking the cases were very cool, the green.
Oh yeah.
Compared to just a basic black.
Outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember those. Man, those were awesome. Just and they're that is so sick. And
it is.
The green and black. For some reason, I really like that green and black. We'll be talking about another green and black thing here in a second. Don't want to. Don't want to throw out any spoilers or nothing, but anyway, so the color scheme was awesome, but that's the original Xbox, man. Do you have any specific memories? I just remember getting it for Christmas one year. Like I said, it had to be 2004, because I got NCAA, what was it, 2005, and Top Spin. They were a combo game. It was like a tennis and the NCAA game together. And if I got that for Christmas that year, definitely would have had to been 2004, because it was for NCAA football 2005, and it's always a year before the actual date. So but I remember playing that NCAA game like crazy, man.
No. See, I mean, I played those too. My memory of it is I got it for Christmas. I think I've told this story before in something else. I can't remember.
That's cool.
But I got it for Christmas. We opened, for some reason, all four of us woke up at the same time at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We opened up our presents, and I got the Xbox. Well, my brother and I both got it. We had to share it.
Yeah.
And we got Halo 1, and then I think they bought. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. They bought like MX versus ATV or something like that. It was something like that for my brother. They all went back to bed, and I stayed up and I played Halo for the rest of the night until everybody else got up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the memory I have of it.
Yeah, it definitely is a good. Honestly, I was going to save it till the end of the podcast, but I'm just going to say it now. I think out of every one of the Xboxes, this is the best one. It looked the best.
Even with it being that big.
Oh, dude, it is so heavy.
I'll agree with you on that. I think that it is the best one.
I mean, it's literally what it says. It's a box, and on the top of it, it's got an X, and right in the center of it, it's got that green, that green logo. And I'm like, that is so awesome. But anyways, guys, that's the original Xbox. We're moving on to the Xbox 360.
Rated E to T.
So the Xbox 360 was released in November 2005, competing with Sony's PlayStation 3 and Nintendo's Wii. As of June 30th, 2013, 78.2 million Xbox 360 consoles have been sold worldwide. Now, here's a fun fact. The Xbox 360 was officially unveiled on MTV on May 12th, 2005. And with more details were later given that month at E3. But it was first shown on MTV. I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I did not know that.
But the console sold out completely on release, everywhere except for Japan. But anyway, I didn't get an Xbox 360. Dude, I'm telling you what, my PlayStation 2 I had the original, of course, PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox, and I was well happy with those for a long time. And I think it was 2007? No. It would have been, yes, 2007. I got my Xbox 360 because I had played a demo of BioShock. And I fell in love with it. I was like, and at that time, BioShock was an exclusive only. And then later on, PlayStation ended up getting it. And but anyway, the Kinect later came out for later came out for the 360. It was motion control system, which used an advanced sensor system, but this was Xbox's way of trying to get in on the success the Wii was getting at the time, because the Wii was on fire.
It was, which is really weird.
Oh
but
my
yeah,
god, dude, the Wii. I can't remember how many I said in the last episode of the Primetime podcast that the Wii had sold.
Well, it's millions, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100 and some million.
Yeah, I mean, ridiculous amount.
Oh yeah, but favorite games for the 360. What do you?
Well, here I got a story real quick.
Okay.
I bought you talked about the Kinect.
Yes.
I bought the Kinect for one game.
Okay.
One game only.
Nightmare
and
Creatures.
And I talked about this game. What was it?
Nightmare Creatures.
No.
Was that it? No, not Nightmare Creatures. What was that game? Go ahead and talk. I'll find it.
Ghost Recon. They were going to have it where you could walk around, and then like you opened up your hand to fire, and everything like that. I bought it for that reason, just for that, and it was shit.
Okay. All right. I know what it is now. I got a Kinect from my 360 for Rise of Nightmares. Okay, I'm a big horror game guy, and I remember getting this game, and it started out fun, dude. Like I'm having a blast. I'm like, this is the future, you know. I'm having a blast. And then it comes to this part where you have to run across this bridge or something, and something's chasing you, dude. I'm running. Okay, I'll never forget this. I'm not even embarrassed. I'll just tell it. I'm home by myself. I'm in the living room because you need open space. At the time, my room was not big enough for that. And I'm in the living room, and I'm in jeans. I'm wearing jeans, just a basic t-shirt, and I'm like trying to run, and I keep dying. I'm like, I can't run any faster. Like, I don't know what they want out of me. So anyway, I looked it up online, and they're like, you have to pull your knees up as far as you can. Okay? So, dude, I am freaking pulling my knees up, you know, and I'm getting closer and closer, but I still die. So, I pause the game, I go back, I change out of my jeans, and I put on basketball shorts. I was like, the jeans are holding me back.
It's the jeans.
So, I put on the basketball shorts. And dude, I was covered in sweat by the time I got across that bridge running. And I was like, I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore. I feel like I went to the gym, and I shouldn't have to feel like that while playing a video game. And but yeah, that was why I got the Kinect. But when did you get a 360? Once again, mine was for Christmas.
Once again, yeah, mine was too. Mine was another Christmas thing. But I can't remember when. I just know that with the 360, I played a lot of NCAA football.
Yeah.
And my favorite games of all time for 360 were NCAA basketball 09 and NCAA basketball 10. I hate the fact that they got rid of them. Yeah. I really do. I mean, I hate the fact that they got rid of NCAA football also. But basketball, I mean, basketball 10, NCAA basketball 10 was awesome to me. You know, I'm a huge,
sports guy.
Basketball fan. Yeah, I mean, I play the sports games. I do. That and, like, the NCAA football.
Well, you know you're a fan of that college game we played the other night. That game was horrible.
Oh, college game.
Remember we tried to play it, what was the Mountaineers and the Tar Heels?
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was horrible. But no.
We need to make a stream.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to.
Like, old games.
Now, FIFA Road to the World Cup 98 was good.
Dude, it was fun.
It was.
I want to steal it from you.
Dude, that game, I want to try to get 97 also, if I see it out.
97 has, excuse me, 97 has indoor soccer on it.
Yeah.
So I would like to see how that was at the time, to see how good it was.
Yeah. Well, okay. So anyways, we're getting off the Xbox. We're going to PlayStation for some reason. But anyway, do you have favorite games for the 360? Do you, anything that you can just think of off the top of your head?
Well, like I said, the NCAA basketball.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Like, I really liked Left 4 Dead. The first Gears of War was really good. I think after that, I kind of fell off with the Gears of War series.
Yep, I did too.
I really enjoyed the first one. And I really struggled with that final boss for some reason. Like, I watch other people and they do it fine. And here I am, like, freaking taking 45 minutes on this boss. But, and Alan Wake. Alan Wake was a good game.
Okay.
But,
I don't think I ever played that. At that time, I was still just into sports games. I'm trying to think. What else was on the 360?
Well, originally, like I said, BioShock was. Then there was... Let me see. I'm trying to think of exclusives. Because, I mean, you could get anything for probably PS3 and Xbox.
Because, I mean, I have gotten all the Halos. So, I mean...
Halo 3.
You know, I had the Halo. I still bought them. I think... I can't remember the last one. Borderlands was good. I played Borderlands a good bit.
Fear.
All Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah.
Here it is.
All right.
360 all-time best game for me personally. Modern Warfare 3.
Oh yeah.
Call of Duty. It was my favorite.
Modern Warfare 3. That was a good one. I honestly think that might be one of the last good ones.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite out of all of them.
Now, was that was after Black Ops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely came after Black Ops, but so yeah, I mean, memories of the Xbox 360, I can right here. You take a look at this controller. I still to this day say this is the best gaming controller.
Oh yeah.
Oh my! It was made for the gamer's hands. Like, it just feels so good. It
just fits in your hand really
does.
well. I agree with you. I will agree with you on that one.
And I mean, we're getting ready to move on to the Xbox One, and the controllers are similar, but it's not the same. Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's the handle parts here. I think they're a lot more thicker. I have no idea. But the Xbox 360 controllers win in every category. But all right, moving on. Actually, I should ask you. I mean, do you have any specific Xbox 360 memories before we move on? Can you?
Oh, don't even. Let's not even talk about it.
No?
No, let's not even talk about it.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
52 to 51. Okay, here it is. I'm going to tell it anyway.
Okay, tell it.
This was a terrible one on me. I don't know. Some of you guys know I do have a little bit of a temper when it comes to losing. Prime and I. What team? I was the Redskins.
Yeah, I was the Ravens.
The Ravens?
Yep.
No, you weren't the Ravens.
Yeah, I was the Ravens, man. I had Michael Vick as my quarterback, and Vince Young, I think, was the one of them. One of them was backup. Yeah.
Okay, so we're playing. Halftime comes around. I'm winning 51 to nothing. I'm kicking his ass. So second half starts. My phone rings. Okay, it's one of my ex-girlfriends, and she would not shut up. And like, I wasn't gonna hang up on her. She was talking. You know, I don't know what she was talking about. I was trying to freaking play the Super Bowl. We were in the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
So Justin over here puts in Mike Vick. He's tired of using whoever.
Vince Young. You were using Vince Young. Yep.
Tired of him. So he throws in Mike Vick. And the comeback happens.
And Michael Vick was horrible in that game, dude.
He was terrible.
He was terrible. And I'm not very good with the left-handed quarterbacks anyway, because sometimes I like to roll out to the right, and if I roll out to the right, I can't really. It's hard to throw with your left hand, and but yeah, dude, I pulled it. Come back. That's how it's done. Dolphins, did you freeze? I think we lost Dolphins, guys.
Are you talking?
Are you there? There he is.
Yeah, I heard you talking the whole time.
All right.
But after the game, well, was that the one where you heard me throw my controller?
Yes.
No, yeah, because I threw my controller, and at the same time I threw my controller, I turned off the game.
Yes.
You thought I was mad at you.
I thought you were mad at me. I was like, oh crap, you know. I was like, because yeah, the final score 51-50, and
52-51.
52-51. That's right. And you had the ball with just seconds remaining, and you threw a Hail Mary, and I tackled you at the 5 or something like that.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous.
And
I couldn't call a timeout or anything. It was just too late. And my controller goes down the hallway.
Oh man.
I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that she was she called talking she talked to me the whole freaking second half.
It was the whole second half.
I kept saying, "Look, I gotta go.
Yeah.
He would not, and so that went, and my phone went down the hallway with the controller. I turned off the Xbox, and Prime over here thought he thought I was mad at him.
I did, dude. I was like, "Holy crap, he is not happy."
And I had one of our friends, Pee-Pee.
Pee-Pee.
Some people know Pee-Pee.
Yeah.
He goes, "Justin thinks you're mad at him." I'm like, "No, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at the damn game."
Yeah, because he was... Yeah, I told him... Because that was before we had our chat thing going that me and him had. But, oh my gosh, dude. I texted him. I was like... Because he was like, "Who won the Super Bowl?" And I said, "I did." And I said, he was up, like... 51 or something on me, and I was like, "Dude, he threw his controller, and I think he's mad at me."
No, I wasn't mad at you at all. I was mad at myself. I was mad at her talking to me on the phone because she was bitching at me. You know, she's yelling at me for some reason, and took me off my game.
Wow. But yeah, really the only Xbox 360 memory that I have would have to be just everybody telling me in middle school. I was in middle school at the time. I was in 7th grade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, 7th or 8th grade. I can't remember. But anyway, I was in one of those two, and everyone was telling me to get an Xbox 360. Dude, I probably knew of 2 people off the top of my mind that had a PS3. Everybody had a 360.
360. Yep. Same here.
And I didn't get a PS3 till later because I loved the 360. I thought it was good. I took a turn because I was always a Sony guy. I was PlayStation 1 first, PlayStation 2 first, and this is the first Xbox console that I took over Sony. But all right, moving on.
I will say, like, gameplay and stuff, the 360 is one of the best.
Oh, absolutely.
It was the best. It was the best Xbox one.
Mm-hmm.
I like the look of like we were talking, that Xbox, the original Xbox, looked great.
Yeah.
I like the look of it. Controller was shitty, but I like the controller of the 360 and the gameplay on it. I thought that was a great system.
Yeah, I think it was too. But before we head on to the Xbox One, we are going to take that time to give a shout out to the proud sponsor of this podcast and Primetime 21st Gaming, guys. We're going to shout out Catalyst Mints, the great sponsor of Primetime 21st Gaming and this Primetime podcast, guys. Each Catalyst Mint contains 30 milligrams of caffeine along with taurine, B vitamins, and no sugar. This unique blend was developed to provide an intense experience with no crash or jitters. Guys, if you just want to pick up the mints, that is perfectly fine, but I just want to let you know there is also other things out there on the website. You can get the mints, but you can also pick up the apparel. You can get the Tri-Blend short sleeve unisex t-shirt and premium embroidered snapback hat for $19.99. You get the ultra soft embroidered beanie hat for $9.99. I got that one myself. You get the HUD rubber gaming printed mouse pad. That's awesome, for $4.99. But all in all, Catalyst Mints are here to help you with your focus, energy, reaction time, alertness, concentration, and your memory. So be sure to pick up some Catalyst Mints. The link is in the description below. Shout out to Catalyst Mints, the sponsor of the channel. All
Good
right.
old Cat Mints.
Good old Catalyst Mints. All right, so here we go. The Xbox One. The Xbox One was released November 22nd, 2013. Now, everybody building up to this new Xbox console, the third one, everyone thought it was going to be called the Xbox 720. Magazines named it the Xbox 720.
Oh, yeah.
And it would make sense because they were going from the 360 times 2, 720. So this would be, it's just the next 360. You'd add 360 each time. But we were all surprised and shocked when they announced that it was going to be called the Xbox One. And everybody was scratching their heads. They're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We already had that back in 2001.
Yeah.
So, anyway, at that point, they announced the Xbox One. It's going to compete with Sony's PS4 and the Nintendo Wii U, which is kind of a laughing matter now to think that the Wii U was even considered to be
a competitor
with the PS4 and the Xbox One. But the Xbox One was, I feel like, I mean, yes, it is a gaming console, but I really feel like it took a side step from gaming because you were able to watch cable, satellite TV through the console with an enhanced guide. It had a Kinect-based voice control. But I got the Xbox One first over the PS4, and I think, like me and you were talking right before we come on here, I would have went PS4 before the Xbox One if I could go back in time.
And really, the only reason why we didn't,
we talked about it back then.
I mean, we were gung ho on getting the PS4.
Yeah.
And then I think we switched because
the controversy.
That, and then just it was hard to get your hands on a PS4.
It was. There was that, and the original controversy where they said you had to be online 24/7, and each game would be tied to that owner's console. So if you bought a game and you're like, dude, you got to try this game out, I would not be able to play it on my console. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I remember that too. Yep.
It was, and then Sony comes out and has that commercial where they're like how to share or something, and it just shows the guy handing his game to his friend. So anyways, they changed their minds on that. They backed up. They went in complete reverse. They're like, okay, we're sorry. Everybody can play each other's games. You don't have to be online 24/7. But the Xbox One is what it is. I mean, it's an okay console. I mean, I'm not. I think, I mean, it does good for what it is, but I just think the PS4 was a lot better. I think the 360 killed the PS3 in my opinion, and I just think the PS4 killed the Xbox One in my opinion.
And I will back you 100% on that one. Like you said, if we could go back in time, I would have got the PlayStation 4 over the Xbox One.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're going to talk about the looks of a console, I think the look of the Xbox One is kind of boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
It's boring. It's huge. I think that, and there's nothing wrong. It's okay that it's big, because I know a lot of people are like, okay, well, the smaller consoles, the better, because you get more room, more space to do whatever, or put different consoles in. But I'm not the size isn't even a problem.
No.
I just think that first of all, streaming, I like to stream, and that was a pain in the freaking butt for the Xbox One. You didn't have a YouTube option. You only had Twitch, and I for some reason, my Twitch would struggle with it. I don't know. I had problems with it, but...
Well, now there's a completely different thing. I can't
Mixer.
even...
I tried it.
Yeah.
And it's easy.
Really?
Piece of cake, dude. And I'm like, well, it's a little late for that. I mean,
we're better late than never there, man.
But on June 13, 2016, Microsoft announced the Xbox One S, a slimmer version of the Xbox One, and they announced that at E3 that year. Now, this is where... Okay. They wanted... It was going to bring out the 4K and all that. HD is going to be a thing of the past, and they're going to try to, I think Dolphins, you froze again. Can you hear me, Dolphins? He'll come back. But anyways, HD was a thing of the past. Oh my God, there he is.
Oh. You froze on me too. Like I heard you like Dolphins. Breathe. Like, no, I didn't. I'm here, and you're like, I'm hearing you moving everything, and then you started, and I'm like, no.
But okay, so yeah, HD's a thing of the past. They're wanting to go into 4K, but then at E3 2017, just passed us by, Microsoft revealed the final name of the new console, and which was Xbox Project Scorpio, now is the Xbox One X, which once again leaves us all scratching our heads. And we're like, wait a minute, why isn't it the Xbox 2? I thought when they named the Xbox One back in 2013, they're going to start doing a, number like PlayStation.
Yeah.
But no, here they go. They're just, and I know what it is. The abbreviation for it, Xbox One X, spells Xbox. But that's still, come on. That's just, I don't know. They've got so many Xbox Ones. There's the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, the Xbox One X.
It's just stupid.
It is stupid.
Like they should have stayed with Scorpio.
And first of all,
Xbox Scorpio.
I think I remember hearing that Project Scorpio was only going to be $399. But at E3 they announced it's $499. I don't know whoever bought the Xbox One S, I would be mad. Because you might as well have waited and just got this one. It's basically the same thing. I mean, I know there's like, wasn't
the S cheaper though? Or was it $399?
The S was cheaper.
Yeah, it was like $250.
Yeah, or $299 or something like
that. Okay, I'm sorry, yeah.
But anyways, it released in August 2016. The S did. But I mean, it's designed to play games in 4K, and that's what the Xbox One X is going to do. Although the Xbox One X are saying there's like 6 teraflops of graphical computing performance and all this kind of crap. And I mean, I've even heard some people say if you're sitting 20 feet away from your TV, it's not even it doesn't even matter, because at that point the graphics, you'd really have to be up on your TV screen to see this 4K resolution. I have no idea, but one thing that is cool, the Xbox One X will be compatible with all existing Xbox One software and accessories. So that is cool.
But really, I mean, and didn't they say that it's going to be backwards compatible for everything?
Yeah, I don't know if the original Xbox One's going to do the original Xbox One. That's a shame. I gotta say that. But anyway, the Xbox One, just the Xbox One that we have, I don't know if it's going to do that, because it's backwards compatible with the 360 right now.
Yeah.
There's certain games for 360. It's actually a big library of games for the 360 that's compatible. But I don't know if it's just going to be an Xbox One X thing, or if all the Xbox consoles, the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, and the Xbox One X, are all going to be able to do that. But that is cool. I like that. But they came right out and said this is supposed to be the PS4 Pro's competitor. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't see me going out and buying. I actually hope, I do hope that it comes out and blows us all away.
Oh yeah, me too.
Right now, my feeling for it is it's not.
No.
It's just going to be a more enhanced Xbox One, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's like, just, I mean, I'll tell you what I like that Nintendo did. Nintendo completely, the Wii U freaking stunk, okay? They had a good idea, and I think that good idea was the Switch in time. I mean, it's a tablet. The Wii U had the gamepad, but I think I like what Nintendo did. Nintendo, they didn't try to push the Wii U again. They completely had something different. It wasn't just a console and a gamepad. Now you have a console that can turn into a portable, and you got the Joy-Cons, motion, and Xbox. I'm waiting for Xbox to do something different. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the same, recycled thing over and over.
And it's getting old. It's getting old. We want to see something. I mean, because, like, when are you going to have VR, Xbox? I mean...
Yeah, they do. They didn't even...
I mean, because that's going to be the new thing of the future.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yep.
Like, virtual reality is going to be the thing. And, I mean, PlayStation... I've tried your VR for the PlayStation, and...
Dolphins is breaking up again on us. Can you hear me, Dolphins? Dolphins! Let's get a look of his frozen face. Okay, he's coming back. I hear him. Maybe?
Maybe.
Okay, there you are.
There you are.
Okay.
Okay.
What were we saying?
I was talking about Microsoft, like, is Microsoft even going to do VR?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No, I mean, or are they done? Like, Microsoft is more of like a entertainment. Like, okay, here's your Netflix, your Hulu. Like, yeah, PlayStation has that, but I feel like PlayStation is more geared towards the gamer.
I do too.
And Xbox is just like, hey, you can say "Hey Cortana" and change the channel.
Yeah. Now I know PP does it, but I never had. I tried it one time, and I was just like, "This is kind of pointless." But having your TV hooked up to the Xbox One, I did it for a little bit. I know, dude, he does it constantly. He never turns off his Xbox One. It's constantly on. He's watching TV. It always, whenever my friends list comes up, but
He's on.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I think the Xbox One, instead of focusing just on... Because let's be honest, what are you buying an Xbox for? You're buying it to play video games. Okay?
That's what I bought it for.
Right. You're not buying it to... Oh, now, don't get me wrong. I use apps on it, like my YouTube app. I'll watch stuff like that. But I could do the same thing on my phone. And I think... even the PlayStation 4 has those, like the YouTube app and that kind of stuff. I actually think the original Wii was the first one to actually have a YouTube app to watch videos on. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's Xbox. We've just covered everything. So all in all, in finishing up, I mean, I got 3 questions here. I had people send me in questions on Twitter, and I picked 3 of them, and we're gonna answer them. But I think that, all in all, like Dolphin said, the Xbox One,
The original
Xbox was the best looking. It was fun. It was fun. It was good to play. We think the 360 is probably the best all-around gameplay. And then the Xbox One, it's not a bad console. I mean,
no,
but it's not a must-have. I would say that. Like, I could get... I mean, if I go back, like I said, in time, and I never got one... I mean, I am a collector. And it's... The thing is, with the Xbox One X, I'll probably get one. Especially if they're, like, doing exclusives for it, and there's a game that I want. But I don't see me getting it within the next 3 years, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm not going to get it when it drops.
No way.
Yeah. No.
And who's got that kind of money, man? I mean, you have the original Xbox One, which was $500 on release, the Xbox One S, which was $300, and then this console coming out at $500 again. And
I mean, really, you're almost going to spend
$1,300 right there.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is. But I'm saying, like, this game comes out, you're going to drop almost $1,000 in one sitting.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get that extra controller
and the games.
2 controllers. The games that are going to come out at that time.
Yeah.
So you're almost going to have $1,000. It just I can't do it.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a must-have, and like I said, in time I'll probably get it, but not
And
anytime soon.
And then you know, I was, you know, you said that you were a PlayStation guy.
Yep.
I was a Xbox guy. That was Microsoft was my thing. And to tell you the truth, I'm let down by the Xbox One. I am let down. Because I'm so glad that you talked me into getting a PS4.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, that's just like I couldn't tell you the last game that I bought for Xbox was oh, what's that game? 7 Days to Die.
7 Days to Die. Yep.
That was, you know, that's been months and
Yeah.
months. The only thing that I use it for now is I watch Netflix on it. I actually have I have my PlayStation in my game room, and I have my Xbox out in my living room.
I've been switching them. I've been bringing, because I got Friday the 13th on the Xbox One. Because I like to play it on all platforms, but I'm the same. I mean, Xbox, you got what you wanted. I'm using your Xbox as a TV.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm using the Xbox for. I watch Netflix on it. I have it in my living room. I watch Netflix on it because I don't have cable. I don't want to pay for cable. This past week, I had a dog set. I helped dog set with Ashley.
Oh yeah.
We watched TV, and I was so annoyed with how many commercials.
Dude, I know.
I felt like there was more commercials than the show. So I'm really glad that I don't pay for cable. So I just watch like Netflix and, you know, YouTube. And I mean, the only thing that I've been doing, the most I've been doing is every once in a while, I'll give a shout out to James. I've played James a couple of times in FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've played with him, I think, once or twice on, what is it? Is it Need for Speed Horizon 3? Horizon 3 is what it is. Not Need for Speed.
Forza,
there we go. Forza Horizon. I was going to say, it's not Need for Speed.
yeah.
See how much I pay attention to it. So, I mean, other than that, I do use it for my TV. That's it.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, okay, we'll get into these questions real quick because I think we are just over that hour mark.
Okay.
But anyway, okay. So, sent in by Kale Weaver. They asked, do you guys prefer online play or split screen? I think we've talked on this a little bit one time about how games don't really do, you know, multiplayer sitting. You can't sit in the same. Like, let's just say if you came over and we wanted to play Friday the 13th, we can't do it.
It's not happening. Yeah.
You know, you'd have to be all the way over at your place. Yeah.
You know,
I like both. I mean, I wish they would give you the option to do both, like, because there's nothing. I mean, yeah, it is fun sitting there and playing over a microphone. You know, it's convenient, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
But me and you played FIFA Road to World Cup '98, dude. And I had a freaking blast playing that game. We're sitting there laughing because
we're sitting in the same room. Like, I think that's what's fun about it. Like, I wish games would offer it still. Because it is nice. Like, yes, the convenience of sitting in your own home and playing is cool. But like you said, you know, we're sitting there right beside each other playing this. You know, we're laughing and having a good time. I wish there was more split screen. I do. I wish it was offered more.
So, yeah, I agree there, too. I think it should be definitely offered.
Like, here's one. I'm going to make this real quick. What I loved, original Xbox. We're going back to the original Xbox.
Okay.
NASCAR. Okay. My family, I've never been a big NASCAR fan. But my family, they are.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we would schedule nights to go over to my Uncle Jeff's or have them all come to my house, and we would play 4. I mean, you know, 4 people on one, and we played the shit out of NASCAR.
Yeah.
NASCAR switched from it, and NASCAR died. I think the reason why NASCAR has died from gaming systems is because there's not split screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the reasons. I know that that's not the only reason. But, I mean, we bought every single time one of them came out because we would all, 4 people, we were playing. And it was so much fun.
And I think the Call of Duty games quit doing it. I don't think you can do split screen. And I don't think Battlefield was ever
a split screen. No, I don't think it was ever.
I think that was always
there might be 1 or 2 of them, but
yeah. But yeah, so to answer the question, we both agree that we just think that, they should offer both. It is convenient nowadays to just, play your friend through a headset, online, but, it definitely doesn't, it definitely would be so much more better if you could play in the same room. It just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, because it's nice to, okay, you work all week long and stuff. So, you come home from work, you want to play a game. Well, you don't want to, like, pack up all your stuff and then go to the house. So the convenience there. But, Friday night or a Saturday night or, you want to hang out with your friend, you want to sit and play split screen.
Yep.
So I wish the split screen would come back.
All right, this is from Toxic Plays. Says, Prime, what do you think of the Switch online services? Dude, did you hear about this? The online services for the Switch?
Yeah, how they were doing it or whatever, yeah.
Well, they were going to make you pay a subscription fee, kind of like Xbox and PlayStation. But they were also going to have a section where you could play old games, like NES games, I'm not sure if they said anything about Super Nintendo games, but... Anyway... The price blew everybody's mind. Guess how much it is for a year's worth of Nintendo services, like online?
Is it more than the Xbox and stuff?
Dude, it's $20 a year. That's it. That's it.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Now, the only questions I have about it, is it going to be as good as the Xbox and PlayStation's online play?
And that's what they'd have to do because Nintendo's never been able to get down the online stuff.
No, they haven't. And that's what, I'm not going to pay $20 a year is awesome. Like I would do it. I mean, I wish I had a Switch.
Yeah.
Like I really, it sucks that I don't have one. I want one really bad. I really want to play Breath of the Wild. You're going to have to let me play it one day.
Yeah.
But $20 a year, that's
Dude,
very appealing to me.
And here's the thing that I find really interesting. You take a game like Tecmo Bowl, which was the old football game,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I know what it is.
I can take the old NES Tecmo Bowl game and play online against somebody. And that old, or if I want to play original Super Mario Bros., I can play online with somebody. Somebody can be player 2.
On the Switch?
Yeah, you can do that with the online service. And
That's sweet.
Oh, dude, I know. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And this kind of makes me wonder, maybe this is why they canceled the NES Classic, because they were bringing this out. And they're like, well, if people just have an NES Classic, they're not going to buy our subscription thing for NES games and go online and play. But then, of course, we're not going to get into it in this podcast, but they announced the SNES.
Yeah. We'll talk about that next time.
That'll be next time, but God. And the final question we have.
Well, hey, wait,
yeah.
real quick to go along with that one. They're going to have to make it. They're going to have to do whatever they can to make it like the Xbox and PlayStation and even PC, like that online. They're going to have to, because they're coming out with games like Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
The NBA game's going to be on there.
Yep.
FIFA's going to be on there. People are going to want to play that online, and they want connectivity. Like PlayStation has a good bit of connectivity issues with FIFA. So that hopefully the Switch does that, because that would be awesome.
Mark my words, it's documented right here on this podcast. In years to come, the Nintendo Switch will outsell the Xbox One X.
You think so?
I believe so.
I want the Switch.
Dude,
That's my next console. That's my next console, I think.
when Super Mario Odyssey comes out, that game is going to sell
Oh, I know. I
millions
want
of
it
units
so bad.
itself, especially around the holiday. I'm sure they'll make up bundles. You can get the game already on the Switch, you know, buy the bundle. Maybe, dude, they're coming out with different Joy-Con colors.
Oh yeah.
Different docks, like you can get. I'm sure in time they'll have like a Legend of Zelda dock or even a Super Mario Odyssey dock, and just, you know, different variations of it, like they did with the Nintendo 64, all the different colors.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my prediction. I do think that it'll definitely beat it. So
I want one. I want it for Super Mario.
dude, it looks so cool. It looks so
looks
cool. All right, so here we go. Final question of this podcast comes from us from Dr. Mario.
Mario.
What is your guys' best game accomplishment feeling? So I guess what our favorite accomplishment, or gaming accomplishment is. I know mine right off the bat.
Go ahead.
Beating Ghosts and Goblins for NES. It was such a great accomplishment, I'll never do it again.
I think I don't know.
And beating the first Castlevania. When I first beat that Castlevania for the first time, that's a brutal game, very challenging, and it just, when you're seeing the credits, it's like a, you know, it's a feel-good moment. So that would have to be mine.
I would have to say one of the best feeling for Game Boy, beating the first Pokemon Yellow. Whenever
okay.
I was still a little, you know, I was a kid.
Yeah.
And beating it was good because I played you know, the Super Mario World and stuff like that. I could never beat them. I was terrible at video games. I still am terrible at video games. Let's just put it at that. And so, I mean, I could never beat any of those. So like the only game that I can remember like completing and accomplishing first would be Pokemon Yellow, because that was my first one. And then Halo. Halo was I beat it also, and I don't think before that I beat anything before those games. I would say those are probably the best accomplishments, maybe. I mean,
yeah. Well, like I said, you know, there's. I mean, I'm sure I could think of but those are just the ones off the top of my head that I could think of. But all right, well, you know what? I think that's it. Been a good episode. We talked about Xbox. Who knows what we're going to talk about the next time? I just want to give a shout out though to everybody who viewed the last episode, making it the highest rated or highest watched Primetime podcast episode. And I think it was because of how we did it. I did it differently, and that's how this one's going to be done.
The reason why is because you probably did it alone, and I'm not in.
No, but and I've also had, because, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, if you have anything, you know, any ideas, message me, you know, tell me, write me on Twitter or on my Facebook. But anyway, what a lot of people were telling me is there are so many different podcasts out there that talk about gaming news of today. Instead of doing that, why don't you do topics? You know, like last month I did Nintendo. I went through all the Nintendo consoles. This month we did Xbox.
We need to do PlayStation next.
We could do PlayStation. There's a time where we could do Sega. We could even do something on just canceled video games, or you know, launch titles, or I don't know, all kinds of.
Oh, yeah, we'll come up with something.
Horror games or fighting games, or, you know, all kinds of stuff. But so yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Also, share it on your favorite social media. And you see dolphins there giving you the thumbs up. That's what we want you to do. But yeah, follow me on Facebook at Primetime 21st Gaming. on Instagram and Twitter at Primetime 21st. You'll be able to find those in the links in the description below. Also, the great sponsor, Catalyst Mints, that link is in the description below as well. Be sure to check them out through the link in the description below, because it'll be a win-win-win. A win for them, a win for me, and of course, the most important, a win for you. So, Dolphins, what do you got in closing, man?
Just if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it's MIA Dolphins 32. And I appreciate everybody coming out, and once again, everybody that gave me condolences in the last podcast. It sucked that I wasn't a part of it. I wish I was. I wish that that circumstance didn't happen. But I do appreciate everybody that said something and said that I was in their prayers and everything. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. That was the Primetime Podcast. Another episode down. We'll be rolling through with another new episode next month. Who knows what? Follow us, though, on Instagram, and that is how Instagram, Twitter, one of the social medias, and you'll be able to figure out or find out what the next podcast is going to be about. Also, upcoming, I have a Tomb Raider review coming up. You can see along the banner at the bottom of the screen. Check out my Friday the 13th review. That's up. And another Tomb Raider 1 episode coming up. I think it's level 7. I think it's level 7. I can't remember at this point. But anyway, I'm Primetime. Signing off. MIA Dolphins. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next podcast.